Hi, welcome back to the channel. So today I'm actually doing a tool review, which is I guess what this channel kind of started out being. Um, we veered off since then, but the year's starting again, so let's go back to uh, having some tool reviews. So this is the tool that caused me to buy DeWalt tools. So this was the very first DeWalt tool that I bought, and I've pretty much got only DeWalt tools now. I do have Milwaukee 12 volt tools as well, but this is it. Yeah, so it's about 8 years ago I bought this, which is the 60 volt DeWalt uh, grinder, and it's a DCG 414. You know, at the time I bought it at Home Depot, um, and that was about 8 years ago. And I've used this almost every day for 8 years. I actually got two batteries with it. These two batteries still work perfectly well. I use them every day. Um, they hold a charge. They work great. This finally died probably about a month ago. Finally gave out and doesn't work anymore. But as you can see, it's pretty beat up. I've used this thing almost every day for 8 years. I use it a lot in my work. So I replaced it with this, which is a DCG 440. And I can definitely feel it's got a little bit more juice um, than this one. This one still actually works, but as soon as you put any pressure on it, it just gives out. It doesn't work. But I could probably get it repaired, but not bad. I mean, the first week that I got it, we were doing a lift station. We had to cut out some steel from the supports for the pumps, and there was probably about an inch of water that we couldn't get out. And this thing cut all day in that water. It was soaking wet, and we just had to get it done. I couldn't mess around. So the next day, it didn't work anymore. It was done. I thought, oh well, I guess I burned it out. I left it in the truck. About a week later, I stuck a battery back in it and turned it on, and it worked, and it's worked ever since. Weirdly, I just got this, like I say, about 3 weeks ago, and a week later I also had to do a lift station, and it had to go into the bottom of the lift station to work there, but luckily we had all the water out. So this one did not get water on it its first week. So we'll see how well this one holds up. But like I say, I use it every day. If you can see, I'm a little dusty. I'll show you what I'm doing. I'm making some axe handles. So this is my little workshop. I got this set up so that I can roll it in and out of my workshop. It's quite a mess in here right now. But just to give you an idea of what I'm doing, I'm epoxying some wood together to make handles for some axes. And actually, here's another one. This one I'm kind of making to look like a pineapple. So we'll see how that comes out. It's going to be interesting. So that's why I'm dusty. But I actually use that grinder. I found the best bit to use for it, weirdly. Something I got at Harbor Freight. Let me see if I can find it here. Instead of using grinding discs, I use this with this sandpaper on it. Like you can see, I use that every day. I use these batteries, and they hold up great. They really do work well. Let's see if I can find it. Is it in? I use these flapper wheels in there. Take a lot of material off these, and Yeah, there's also another one that I have here somewhere, which obviously it's such a mess right now, I can't find it. But mostly I use these flapper wheels. And, you know, like this is an axe head that I'm going to work on. This is a vintage axe head that I'm going to make into something. But generally we use, you know, this is a sort of thing when it's all done. This is the sort of thing that comes out to when it's all done. This one's got carbon Kevlar I did on the handle, which is quite interesting. And then it's been, this head has been Cerakoted. It's got a color change in it, which I figured out how to do that. Nobody taught me that. That's a little one of my little secrets. Here's a couple of handles that are pretty much done. I got to just finish polishing them, but they're kind of cool. But back to the grinder. Here's another one actually that I'm about to mount on somewhere for somebody. Kind of cool. But yeah, so like I say, highly recommend these grinders and these 60-volt batteries. I use them on my 20-volt tools all the time because they last really long. They are a little heavy, but love them. Here's another 60-volt tool that I use. So you can see it's pretty beat up already. This is my Sawzall. This thing will beat the hell out of anything. And then for the smaller stuff I use this Fuel 12-volt, which is, it's not bad, but the batteries just don't last that long. But as you can see, I have a lot of DeWalt tools, and that's just in my garage. My truck is full. So you know, I'll put some action pictures of it working, and you can see, but they're very similar. The new design, you know, this is all, I think this is all plastic now. This used to be all metal before. So let's see how they hold up. Like I say, this one, 8 years. Like I say, it's still working, but not, yeah, as soon as you put any pressure on it, it just quits. Yeah, so these are the discs. Oh, just take an incredible amount of metal off. This one's pretty worn out and it's still pretty good. I think I've got a box here. So these are them. They're from Harbor Freight, and unbelievable. I think they're about $10 for 5 discs, and one disc will do quite a bit. So I used to go through grinders like you can't believe. Every 2 months I'm buying a new grinder because I burn them out. Because I use a grinder a lot at work. I'm a plumbing contractor and I use the grinder to cut all sorts of things continuously. I'm always cutting bolts off flanges and things like that. So they take quite a beating. This one, 8 years for my previous one, the old one, which you can see, that is pretty beat up. But it lasted and worked great for 8 years. Never let me down. So yes, I absolutely recommend the DeWalt 60 volt. And even the batteries, like I say, those 60 volt batteries lasted me 8 years and they're still going strong. I still use them every day for all of my DeWalt tools. So definitely recommend. So if you found this useful, please like and subscribe, and maybe watch a couple of the other videos and subscribe, and like those as well. It will really help the channel out. Very much appreciated. So this is the 31st. It is the final day of 2023. A happy new year to everybody. Take care. Bye.